हे बच्चों, कैसे हो? आई होप आप सभी इन हॉलीडेज में बहुत एंजॉय कर रहे हो और कुछ ना कुछ नया सीखने की कोशिश कर रहे हो। इस बात की खबर रखो कि आपकी ये जो छुट्टियां हैं वो बेकार न जाए। ओके, इन छुट्टियों का बहुत सारा इस्तेमाल करो आपके अपडेशन के लिए। नई नई बातें सीखो। हमारे गूगल बाबा आपके साथ बैठे ही है। यूट्यूब देवी आपके साथ ही है हमेशा आपको ज्ञान देने के लिए। उस टेक्नोलॉजी का सही इस्तेमाल करो और नई नई बातें सीखते रहो। ओके, चलो आज से हम हमारा हिस्ट्री का पहला लेसन स्टार्ट करेंगे। हाउ, व्हेन एंड वेयर। ओके, इन दिस लेसन वी विल डिस्कस about history. How is history periodized? We will see some glimpses of Indian history. Okay, and three concepts which are very important in history, that is how, when and where. How the incident took place, when incident took place, and where incident took place. Okay, for example, when how Shivaji Maharaj killed Afzal Khan, when Shivaji Maharaj killed Afzal Khan, and where he killed Afzal Khan. These are three questions for you. You have to answer these questions to me. Okay, just find out and write to me. Okay, chalo fine. So these three concepts and some more details about history we will study in this lesson. Okay, chalo let's begin then. Yeah, so this is outline of our lesson. Introduction, meaning, caste system, you can see. Okay, so by these topics we will see one by one. Okay, so first let's see introduction to history. See, history is the study of past events, dead events, and it is much more than memorizing dates. Some students ask me, sir, history is a past, it is over. Now why to study it? Why to waste our time in studying history? My dear children, history is our heritage. Okay, we should have our identity, self-esteem, what exactly we are, where we have come. मैं कौन हूं, हम कौन हैं, ये हमें हिस्ट्री बताता है. If we don't have history, then what we can say, our mind, our identity will be mixed. You will not be having your own you will not be having your own identity. So to maintain that, history learning is very important. To know our history, it is very important. Okay, so it is not just the study of past events, it is a study of our identity, who we are. Okay, so in history there are some very interesting events, incidents, but sometimes it becomes boring when you are asked to memorize the dates, isn't it? Okay, so but if you take out the dates, there are some events which are very very interesting in history. So keep track of these events so you will like history. Okay, so in this lesson we will learn how it happened, as I told you earlier, when did it happen and where did it happen. In 8th standard we are going to discuss about modern history, about Britishers, British India, colonial period of India, what they did, what good things they brought and what bad things they brought. We discuss about all these two things. So what is history? Events, dates, places, names and learning facts. So we'll talk about all these facts. Okay, yeah. What is the meaning of history? History is about changes that occur over time. टाइम के साथ साथ किसी भी चीजों में जो चेंजेस होते जाते हैं, उन चेंजेस को हम हिस्ट्री कहते हैं. पास्ट में क्या हुआ था वहां से लेके 18th सेंचुरी से लेके 19th सेंचुरी तक, 19th सेंचुरी से लेके 20th और 20th से लेके 21st सेंचुरी तक कौन कौन से चेंजेस हुए, क्या क्या बदलाव उसमें आए, इन सारी चीजों को पढ़ना मतलब हिस्ट्री. टाइम टू टाइम कैसे चेंजेस होते गए वो हम देखेंगे. अगर आप पुराने जमाने में देखोगे तो अगर हम मोबाइल का या फोन का एग्जांपल लेंगे, सो यू कैन सी in old times, means if I'm not wrong, before 40 years only, 30-40 years, there used to be only one dialer phone. Okay, telephone, and we used to ring someone by dialing that, isn't it? And there used to be one tower in village and only one telephone. Can you imagine? After that telephone booths came. People used to go to shop, you have to drop 1 rupees coin and then you have to talk. Then after that, mobiles came. The mobiles were also, they were having keypads. After that, Android mobile came, and there are, as you know, after every month there are some updated versions of the mobiles. So these changes, this is about mobile. So in every aspect of life you can see the changes. In transportation, in attire, whatever you wear, you can see the change. If you see the photos before 1950, 1960, they all are black and white, isn't it? And all the people, they are wearing same costume, isn't it? But now you can see everybody is wearing different colors, different style of costume, isn't it? So these are the changes. To record that, that is history. Finding how things were in the past and how things have changed. Okay. Yes. So this is the most important topic of our this part. So please try to understand this very carefully, very carefully. Earlier, the society in India, I'm talking about India. In India, the society was divided into 4 parts. Some historians say that the 4, that is Shudras, it came later. Only 3 were there earlier: Brahmins, Kshatriya, and Vaishyas. Means, see, if society, how society gets formed, people one by one, they are coming to live together, because we are social animal, isn't it? We like someone to live with us. Lonely, we can't spend our through life, isn't it? So we want someone to live with us. So one family came, then 2 family, then 3 family, 4 family. In this way, the villages were being organized. So in this village, society is there to protect that village, to keep pace with the world, or to satisfy all the needs of that village. The duties should be distributed, isn't it? In our home also, how we distribute the duties, same like that. In that village also, duties were distributed. So what were the duties? As the people were living in tribes, there was always danger of attack of other invaders, foreign invaders, or other tribes. So someone should be there who should protect us. So who will be there? They will be strong men from the society. They became Kshatriya. Kshatat trayate iti Kshatriya. जो संकटों से हमें बचाता है, उसे हम क्षत्रिय कहते हैं, वॉरियर किंग्स. इनके ऊपर होते थे ब्राह्मण्स. इनका काम क्या होता था? प्रिस्ट एंड एकेडमिक्स, टू टीच एंड टू लर्न, बच्चों को पढ़ाना और खुद पढ़ना. ओके. और वो प्रिस्ट हुआ करते थे, भगवान की पूजा वगैरह करना, इसका काम ये ब्राह्मण्स किया करते थे. तीसरा ग्रुप था जिसको हम कहते हैं वैश्य. इनके 2 काम हुआ करते थे, एक खेती करना और दूसरा व्यापार करना. यस, बिजनेस कम्युनिटी. और लास्ट हुआ करते थे शूद्रास. दे हैड टू प्रोवाइड बेसिक फैसिलिटीज टू द सोसाइटी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, वी नीड chappal, shoes for walking. We need ornaments. Okay. Then we need tools made up of wood, isn't it? So to provide these basic facilities, these people came into the role, Shudras. Okay. See, they are not Kshudra, it is a Shudra. Okay. They were servants, subordinate to Vaishyas and Kshatriyas and Brahmins. They were subordinate to these 3 Varnas. Okay. And Dalits, from these Shudras only they came, those who used to do the things which alienated them from the society. What were those things? Just imagine if your friend comes in the school and he is wearing such a cloth which is very dirty. Okay. So how many of you will sit with him? Nobody will sit. Okay. But if the same person wears good cloth, then you will sit with him, isn't it? But the problem was here that these people, they used to do the work scavenging, okay, cleaning of the society, gandagi saaf karna. They were doing very important work. Without them, we can't keep our society clean. तो ये उनका बहुत important काम हुआ करता था, तो वो ये काम करते थे. इसकी वजह से बदबू आना, खराब तरीके से रहना, इसलिए लोगों ने उनको साइड में डाल दिया था। लेकिन इसका बहुत ही बुरा नतीजा आगे आया। ओके, वो हमारा अभी टॉपिक नहीं है तो उसके बारे में हम बात नहीं करेंगे। सो दलित्स, सो ऐसे इस तरह से हमारा कास्ट सिस्टम, वर्ण सिस्टम हमारे इंडिया में हुआ था। एक्चुअली here they have written caste system, it is not caste, they are varnas. Okay, James Renell, he was born on December 3 1742 in England and died on March 29 1830. ये एक बहुत बड़े ब्रिटिश जियोग्राफर थे और उन्होंने, वो एक ऐसे पहले जियोग्राफर थे जिन्होंने भारत देश का सबसे पहला एकदम सही नक्शा बनाया था। आज हम इजीली जीपीएस ओपन करते हैं, गूगल मैप्स ओपन करते हैं और कौन सा कंट्री या कौन सा विलेज कहाँ पे है हम इसको इजीली आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं। लेकिन उस जमाने में ये मैप बनाना बहुत मुश्किल हुआ करता था। आप अगर जियोग्राफर हो और आप अगर नक्शा बनाते हो तो आपको खुद को घर से बाहर निकलना पड़ेगा, नदियों में पहाड़ों में घूमना पड़ेगा, वहाँ का जो भूगोल है वो देखना पड़ेगा और बाद में आप उसको ड्रॉ कर सकते हो। इस तरह से हमारे ये जो ब्रिटिश जियोग्राफर थे जेम्स रेनल, इन्होंने पहली बार इंडिया का सही नक्शा बनाया था। ओके, बाद में ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी को ज्वाइन करते हैं और बंगाल के वो सर्वेयर बनते हैं 1764 टू 77 तक, 13 साल के लिए। ओके, सो जेम्स रेनल। ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी क्या थी इसके बारे में हम देखते हैं सबसे पहले। सी, ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी जैसे हमारे इंडिया के अलग अलग कंपनीज है जो दूसरे देशों में जाके आज व्यापार करते हैं, रिलायंस है, बजाज है। ओके, ये कंपनी दूसरे देशों में जाके भी अपना बिजनेस चलाते हैं। वैसे 16th सेंचुरी में यूरोप में अलग अलग कंट्रीज थे जो एक दूसरे के दुश्मन बने हुए बैठे थे, देवर राइवल्स। उसमें आता है फ्रांस, ब्रिटेन, पोर्तुगल। ओके, ये उसमें से कुछ है, तो स्पेन ऑल्सो। तो ये जो कंट्री थे व्यापार के लिए एक दूसरे के जाने दुश्मन बैठ के बने हुए थे। तो अपने, जैसे आपको पता है कि उस जमाने में राजा लोग हुआ करते थे। अगर आपको कोई कंपनी शुरू करनी है और दूसरे देश में व्यापार करने के लिए जाना है तो आपको पहले परमिशन लेनी पड़ती थी। किसकी? किंग की। तो इन लोगों ने, इस ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी ने परमिशन ली। ओके, और किंग से, चार्टर, उसको चार्टर बोलते हैं, परमिशन ली और वो ईस्ट में आए। ईस्ट में मतलब हमारी तरफ इंडिया में आए, इसलिए उसका नाम पड़ा ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी, व्यापार करने के लिए। ओके, लेकिन ये व्यापार करने के लिए आए और जैसे जैसे उनको पता चलने लगा कि हम यहाँ पे इंडियन लोगों में ये जो पनप रहा है, एक दूसरे के साथ न रहना, भाईचारे के साथ न रहना, एक दूसरे के साथ झगड़ना, इसका फायदा उठा सकते हैं और यहाँ पे रूल कर सकते हैं। ये जब बात उनके ध्यान में आती है तो वो हमारे ऊपर रूल करने लगते हैं। एग्जैक्टली उसका डेट क्या था पता नहीं, लेकिन बहुत सारे हिस्टोरियंस कहते हैं कि 1757 से ये स्टार्ट हुआ था। रॉबर्ट क्लाइव, वो भी हम हमारे आने वाले कुछ लेसन में पढ़ेंगे। तो मोनोपोलिस्टिक मतलब एक ही राजा का राज रहेगा और वो यहाँ पे हमारे ऊपर राज चलाएंगे, ऐसा समझते थे। 19th सेंचुरी में चाइना एक ऐसा कंट्री था जो कंप्लीटली एलियनेटेड था। ऐसे कहते हैं कि उन्होंने अपने दरवाजे पूरी दुनिया के लिए बंद करके रखे हुए थे। ना कुछ इंपोर्ट करना है और ना कुछ एक्सपोर्ट करना है, लेकिन अगर आपने अपने कंट्री में कुछ बना है तो उसको बेचना तो पड़ेगा। इसलिए ब्रिटिशर्स चाहते थे कि इंडिया तो हमें बहुत बड़ा मार्केट मिल गया, वैसे चाइना भी मिलना चाहिए जहां पे जाके हम हमारे प्रोडक्ट्स बेच सकते हैं, ऐसा उनको लग रहा था। लेकिन ऐसा हुआ नहीं, हुआ लेकिन बहुत उनको उसके लिए स्ट्रगल करना पड़ा। ओके, या यहाँ पे अगर आप देखोगे तो एक बात आपको समझ में आएगी, ब्रिटिश लोगों का हमारे इंडियन लोगों के ऊपर भी बहुत बड़ा इम्पैक्ट था। उनका रहना, उनका वो स्टाइल, उनकी वो अंग्रेजी भाषा, जैसे आज भी आपको पता है हमें बहुत अट्रैक्शन है अंग्रेजी भाषा के बारे में, ठीक है नहीं? तो उनकी अंग्रेजी भाषा बोलना, उनका वो गोरा गोरा दिखना, व्हाइट स्किन से भी हमें बहुत लगाव है ना, तो इन सारी चीजों की वजह से वो बहुत फेमस हुआ करते थे। ओके, तो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो एक छोटा सा एक चार्टर है जहाँ पे एक एडवर्टाइजमेंट दिया है टी का। ओके, पास्ट वर्सेस प्रेजेंट स्टेट ऑफ हिस्ट्री। earlier history was associated with string of dates. पुराने जमाने में सिर्फ डेट के साथ हिस्ट्री को जोड़ा जाता था, लेकिन this was because history used to keep a track of battles and big events. राजा लोगों के बारे में ही इतिहास लिखा जाता था. बड़े बड़े जो इवेंट्स हुए और जो लड़ाइयां हुई सिर्फ उनका ही रिकॉर्ड रखा जाता था. लेकिन अभी आज का हिस्ट्री की तरफ देखने का जो नजरिया है वो पूरी तरह से बदल चुका है. आज हम सिर्फ बड़े बड़े इवेंट्स के बारे में नहीं देखते हैं. तो उस जमाने में लोग कैसे रहते थे, कौन से कपड़े पहनते थे, कौन से बर्तन का इस्तेमाल करते थे, एक दूसरे के साथ कैसे कम्युनिकेट करते थे, इन सारी बातों के बारे में आज हम सोचते हैं. तो पुराने जमाने में व्हेन, वेयर, ओके, इसके बारे में सोचा जाता था. आज हम हाउ एंड व्हाट इसके बारे में भी सोचते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, हाउ पीपल अर्न देयर लाइवलीहुड and what did they produce and eat, etc. So this is the change you can see from past till present. There should be some criteria to select a set of dates, because dates become important when we assume that a particular set of events are important. Most of the history in India was written by British historians. These historians started writing with the rule of first Governor General Warren Hastings and ended with the last Viceroy, Lord Mountbatten. See students, one thing should be very clear to you. If you want to dominate any country, then you have to change the history of that country. Because just imagine, if you don't have any kind of pride for your history, if you are not proud of your history, then you will lose your self-esteem and you will look at the ruling country that they are very great and whatever they will tell us, we will accept that. So if you really want to rule any country, you have to kill the history, you have to kill the minds of the people. Okay, so when Britishers came, they intentionally wrote wrong history of India in many aspects. They used to consider us as dogs. We are dogs. In some in British era, in some hotels it was written that Indians and dogs and Indians, they are not allowed. You know, Lokmanya Tilak also had written like this in his school, that dogs and Britishers are not allowed in my school. So let it be. So that was the criteria to select a set of dates. Warren Hastings, he became the first Governor General of India in 1773. He was very competent, very studious person. He was very honorable and far-sighted. He was so much visionary administrator whose policies, definitely some policies of Warren Hastings was so much controversial, but still some policies were decisively shaped and stabilized future Anglo-Indian relations. But some historians say that Warren Hastings earned a lot, that some people when he went back to England, there was a special committee set up against Warren Hastings. The controversy surrounding his administration made him the subject of impeachment. उसको निकाल दिया उसके पद से, and trial in Great Britain. Okay, next. चलो. Now, once we decide that we have to divide the history, then there must be some criteria, isn't it? So what should be the criteria to write the Indian history? So the criteria was given by Scottish economist and political philosopher James Mill in 1817. He had written one book, History of British India, in which he has periodized Indian history in 3 sections, 3 periods. 1 Hindu, 2nd Muslims, and 3rd British. How? Say Chandragupta Maurya, Ashoka, Bimbisar. Okay, these are Porus. These were Indian kings. Then attack of Mughals started on India and they continued till 16th or 17th century. So from 14th century, 13th or 14th century, invaders came in India. Okay, and from there till 17th century, Mughals were ruling India. But because of British policy somewhere and in some areas, Britishers started ruling India, and finally 1757, from the Battle of Plassey, legally they started ruling India. Okay, so 3 periods we have to divide Indian history. Okay, next. See, what was the condition of India prior to a British rule? Before Britishers took over India, there were Hindu and Muslims rulers who used to exploit India. That was the concept of Britishers. They are exploiting. Why should not we exploit? Furthermore, Indians strongly believed in caste systems, multiple religions, and superstitions. Yes, that was the condition of India. Caste system was there. Then there were multiple religions. Then there was superstition, and there were some practices which were very bad. For example, Sati Pratha was there. If husband dies, then wife has to jump in funeral. Okay. Then there was a Keshwapan. If husband dies, then you have to cut your hairs, and because you will be ugly and nobody will be, you will not look beautiful throughout your life. So there were some bad practices in India. Definitely, we have to accept this, that Britishers has brought many changes to modernize India, but definitely there was self-interest of Britishers in doing this. But let it be. James Mill felt that only British rule could civilize India because they used to consider Indians as uncivilized. We are uncivilized, and that's why we have to teach them manners, arts, and laws. That was that James Mill used to think about. Okay. But there was one society, there were one group in Britishers only, they were called Orientalists. Okay. They used to think that Indians, they are already cultured, they are civilized people. There is no need to teach them anything. They are already civilized. They were called Orientalists. Okay. So in this way, there were two groups in British society also. Yes. So let's divide Indian history in three parts. Ancient history, 4000 BC to AD 500. Medieval history, AD 500 to AD 1500, and modern history, 1500 to present. Time notation. See, as you know very well, BC denotes before Christ, before the birth of Christ. Whatever happened in the world, we write as a BC. Okay. I think this term is clear to you. An epoch used in dating years prior to estimated birth of Jesus Christ. And what is AD? Anno Domini. See, it is a Latin word. How interesting meaning it has. In the year of the Lord, means after the birth of Jesus Christ, whatever happened, means God came, and whatever happened after his birth, everything is considered in the year of the Lord. Anno Domini. Okay. So that is time notation. You must be knowing about it. BC and AD. Modern period changed to colonial. Modern period is related to growth of all the forces of modernism. But under the British rule, people were not getting modernized. Therefore, the name changed to colonial period. When the subjugation of one country by another leads to political, economic, social and cultural changes, this is the process of colonization. इसके आगे आप बहुत बार अभी ये वर्ड सुनोगे, कॉलोनाइजेशन, कॉलोनाइजेशन, कॉलोनाइजेशन. ओके, जैसे हम कॉलोनी में रहते हैं वैसे हमें लगता है कि चलो ये भी किसी तरह की कॉलोनी होगी. तो कॉलोनाइजेशन का मतलब होता है कोई दूसरी एक कंट्री किसी दूसरे एक कंट्री के ऊपर रूल करती है और उसकी वजह से वहां पे राजनैतिक, आर्थिक, सामाजिक और सांस्कृतिक बदलाव होने शुरू हो जाते हैं. इसको कहते हैं कॉलोनाइजेशन. जैसे ब्रिटिशर्स हमारे इंडिया में आते हैं और वो आने के बाद बहुत सारी चेंजेस. यस, सी, once you start writing history, you must be having some sources, isn't it? Anyhow, we can't write anything. This happened, that happened. Who will believe that? So whenever you are going to write history, you have to give the proof. What is the proof if you are writing so? Okay. So sources of writing history. What are the sources? Okay. Sources that historians use in writing about last 250 years on Indian history includes, first, official records of the British administration. For British, the act of writing was crucial. So every plan, policy, agreement was in writing. This led to administrative culture of memos, noting and reports. So whatever the documents the Britishers have written, they are very important for us to write down today's history. British also kept all the documents preserved in the record room, which was attached to all administrative institutions, because if someone else who will come next time, okay, next manager comes, second manager comes, then how he will come to know what happened in India before me? So he will refer these pages. Moreover, these documents were written by calligraphists who specialized in the art of beautiful writing. Okay, so official records of the British administration, that is the first source. Second, National Archives of India, Delhi. It is a record room where all the documents and letters from government and various administrators have been arranged as per dates from 18th century, and they are preserved in good condition, so that those who are interested in studying history or writing history, they will be provided with this. Then third, conducting surveys. Conducting surveys was common under colonial administration. The British believed that a country had to be properly known before it could be effectively administered. Okay? अगर आप किसी कंट्री को रूल करना चाहते हो तो पहले उस कंट्री के बारे में हमें जानना पड़ेगा. वहां पे कौन कौन सी भाषाएं बोली जाती है, किस तरह के लोग रहते हैं, रिलीजन कौन कौन से है, किस तरह का खाना वो खाते हैं, ओके, उनका बिहेवियर कैसा है, ये सारे सर्वे कंडक्ट करके वो लिख के रखते थे. उनका सिस्टम था. अगर आप इफेक्टिवली एडमिनिस्टर करना चाहते हो तो. और by the early 19th century, detailed surveys were being carried out to map the entire country. For example, forest survey, zoological survey, etc. लेकिन ये सारे ऑफिशियल रिकॉर्ड्स हैं, लेकिन बहुत सारी बातें ऐसी है जो ऑफिशियल रिकॉर्ड्स हमें बताते नहीं है. What official records do not tell us? First, records do not tell what other people in the country felt. If they are writing about the kings, they will write about the kings only. They will write about the ministers only. But at that time, those who were other people, what they think about it, the records doesn't tell us. We have to research about it. Second, only diaries of people, travelers, autobiographies of important personalities can tell about literate people. Okay? No record of the history is available for the tribals, peasants, workers, or the poor, because nobody was interested in writing their history, isn't it? So we don't get any record for these people. So, okay, here we stop. This is the end of our lecture. I hope everything is clear to you. It is just an introductory lesson of history. Okay, so I think everything is clear to you. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.